Hi everyone, another chapter from my book Pieces, 52 short stories about being human. This is chapter 38 and it's called Wounds. And actually, this time I'm gonna read the whole chapter because it's just a couple pages and it's very self-explanatory. There's no need to chat about it. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll answer. So here we go. In the last few years, I had realized that often past negative experiences are like wounds. Some are obvious, some are hidden. It's almost like we are walking on the side of the road, sometimes with a spring in our step, occasionally limping heavily while bleeding profusely, depending on what is going on in our lives at the time. I'm also a walking wounded. Not all my wounds had healed completely and are still open, festering. There are even those I've forgotten about, losing track of every scratch and bruise that I ever had inflicted upon myself. When you come across me, you have three choices. You may pass me by and leave me by the side of the road, ignoring the silent plea for help. You owe me nothing and I might not be even able to help, and you might not even be able to help me with my particular injuries. No harm done, all the best to you and on your journey. Perhaps you decide to stop and poke at those wounds, maybe even taking pleasure in deepening the trauma as it makes you feel all-powerful and superior. Well, screw you. I'm not so weak as to allow that to happen. Walk on, and be warned, should I see you poking at someone else's wounds, someone who is not strong enough to defend themselves against you, perhaps even accepting such behavior as normal, as such is their experience, often driven by feelings that they do not deserve any better, I will stop you and you will not like it. Of course, you also have the option to stop and help me heal my wounds by holding the space for me with kindness and compassion, listening ear and understanding. Sometimes you will accidentally poke at a hidden wound. I know it was not your intention, and I do not blame you. It is not your fault that it was there in the first place, caused by someone else, but it still hurts when you touch it, indicating it's still open. Now this was brought to your attention, you can avoid poking it until it's healed. You can let me heal it while you hold a space for me, or even actively participate in a healing process. I'm grateful you found this cut I was not aware of. I'm grateful you brought my attention to it, as now I can attend to it. Heal it and seal it for good. Hug and a kind word, as well as giving that wound wide berth, can go a very long way and speed up the healing process immensely. We all have received cuts and bruises throughout our lives. Hopefully yours are all healed, leaving behind nothing but a pale reminder of a lesson learned in the form of barely visible scars. We've all been walking wounded at some point in our lives, so let this experience soften us with compassion, not harden us with anger and resentment. And should you feel you can't cope with these wounds by yourself, reach out. We are fortunate enough to be surrounded by people who made healing wounds their profession. Help is always available. Let yourself be healed. And actually the song, because each chapter has a song attached, and there is a link, so if you're on a digital form, it actually takes you straight to the YouTube video. So for this chapter I chose It's a Heartache by Bonnie Tyler. But yeah, that's the chapter. Really short, really sweet. It's just, I think, really brings together what I wanted to say concisely and effectively. If you have anything to add to it or you have any questions, feel free to write in comments. I'll definitely answer. And yeah, if you have wounds that you can't help by yourself or with the help of your loved ones, I really recommend you seek help, whether it's physical therapy, doctors, medical care, or whether it's psychotherapy, like therapy for mind. Please do it, because you still have many years ahead of you and they can be so much better. You can find so much peace and you can live without pain. Not forever, pain comes and goes, but once you heal the pain of the past, the new pain that comes, it's not so painful anymore, it's much more bearable. usually the kind of new pain hurts so much because whenever we feel it, we also feel all the old pain that hasn't been healed yet. So once all the wounds are healed and they don't hurt anymore, whenever you have a new injury, new wound, new scar, it's not so bad and you can deal with it by yourself. So yeah, let me know what you thought about it. Take care.